What was it like working under Paul Sturrock, fans, hero, but a bit crazy in the media? That's from Joe Walsh.
Sturrock, the gaffer, it's funny because I'm calling him by the first name, but if I see any of the managers I've played for before, I always call him Gaffer. Even if the two of them are standing there together, I'd still say Gaffer and Gaffer. I've just had that always. But Sturrock was a huge kind of father figure to me. He brought me to Southend. Brought me to Swindon on loan when it weren't really going too well at Fulham for me, and I had such a great occasion there with him. I got promoted, one promotion from League Two with Swindon. He wanted to sign me that summer, but Chris Coleman had just got sacked from Fulham, and Laurie Sanchez took over. And I said to Sturrock at the time, I said, I have to give an opportunity to myself under a new manager at the club to see if something will change, because I had only personally gone on loan to Swindon at the time to get games, which Coleman wanted me to get games for. And I remember around March time, they were looking to maybe call me back, but Swindon wanted me to stay. So in order for me to stay long, I had to sign a new deal with Fulham. Because I was in around the first team at the time with Fulham, and Chris Coleman just felt as though I just needed to run a games before he would put me in the team there. And of course, he got sacked. Laurie Sanchez took over, so I had to give myself an opportunity, even just pre-season. But it's probably one of the decisions I probably got wrong in football. I probably should have went to Swindon at the time after getting promoted. I made a good name for myself. We done well at the time. Sturrock was desperate for me to go there, and I took the decision to go in. And I ended up sitting at Fulham for another 6-7 months not playing. And I ended up going back to Swindon towards the end of that season, only playing a handful of games because they weren't doing well, and I had to just get out and play. But for instance, like, that's why when he went to Southend, he tried to bring me to Southend on loan from Swindon. He's such a great character. It was only disappointing for him that his illness started to play a huge part of what was happening. But he was still such a great character to have around the team, around the boys and stuff. Still to this day, how I go about my business in football is a lot of the things I've learned from him. You know, he made me become more of that kind of grafter of a player. I was probably a bit more of a flair player when I first joined him at Swindon, but he changed me to be a bit more of a grafter, someone that ran around and worked hard. But he's definitely got some funny ways about him, how he wants players to act and play and stuff like that. And every day is an exciting day with him. There's not an occasion where you'd be bored with him. And it's just, he's one of those managers I'm fortunate enough to have worked under, for sure.